do it then. Here goes. Oh, gosh, Scott, come on now, man. Just get it all together here. It's been a morning. All right, here we go. It begins in 3, 2, 1.
Now just turn your head sideways, and you can see how it works. There's a variety of these things. They're called emoticons, and lots of intranauts use them,
making it even more useful and delightful.
The morning stream. The good guys will come and get you. Okay?
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to TMS. It's the morning stream for September 11th, 2024. I'm Scott Johnson with Brian Ibbett. Hi.
Hello, Scott.
Just realized it's September 11th. Just hit me.
Yeah, Remembrance Day. Yeah, that's why I was looking to see, do I have anything in the closet that has a flag on it or is red, white, and blue or anything like that? So I said, nope, I settled for blue. I don't have any Hawaiian shirts that are predominantly red, white, and blue.
No.
They're pretty much every color.
Yeah.
So
all my T-shirts
right,
are, I got a lot of black, I got a lot of white. I don't have a lot of shirts anymore with like stuff on it. T-shirts, I mean. So I feel like I'm going to a Black Flag concert or something like that. Which, nothing wrong with that. Black Flag's
nothing
great.
wrong with that at all. Yeah.
Bauhaus, maybe. Maybe Peter Murphy or not Peter Murphy. Peter, what was his name?
Peter Murphy. Peter Murphy was in Bauhaus. Yeah.
Oh, that's right. You know the way you will survive. I love that guy. I could listen to him all day. Anyway, I'm going to his concert. Hey everybody, it's we're back. We hope you're all well. I didn't watch the debate. How'd that? I
didn't either.
Yeah, how was trivia? You went there instead, right? Trivia?
No, I went to Puzzle Pint.
Oh, that's what it was.
And it was brutal. It was in a bar that had the debate on all the TVs with closed captioning. So my friends that Tina and the Moors, I'd be saying, okay, so on this one, looks like we've got to transpose these letters into a different order to figure out the answer. And they're going, it looks like you just said people are eating dogs.
Yep.
So I was like, okay, am I doing this on my own? Am I puzzle pinting on my own tonight?
It's hard when someone's talking about mass, dog pet eating. So it's hard. It's hard to focus, I suppose. Yeah, I did hear about that stuff, and I just kind of rolled my eyes and went, "Oh, I think I'm glad I'm not hearing this. I think I'm good." And then for those of you at home going, "Oh, don't bury your head in the sand. The people are eating dogs." No, they're not. A complete horse shit. That whole thing is horse shit. All right? So knock it off.
Total horse shit.
I had a guy, I was making fun of something, and the guy on Threads or something said, I can't believe you're laughing at this. I'm like, it's not happening.
Yeah.
I'm laughing at it because it's literally not a thing. It's not happening.
People on TV said so, or people have been calling JD Vance and telling them that. It's like, okay, no, none of that. None of that is true. None of that is accurate.
No. It's the kind of thing when you hear it, you immediately need backup information to prove it one way or the other.
I'm looking forward to seeing because, we know we're going to watch a recap or highlights or something to 18 and I because and I know I want to see Kamala's policies and stuff like that, the kind of stuff that I knew, what Biden was all about. I want to see what Kamala is all about. I know she's who I'm voting for. There's no question about that. The debate wasn't for that. For me, the debate's not about that, but it's. I want to hear what her plans are for the next 4 years.
Yeah, it never hurts to hear that stuff, I guess.
Yeah.
But everything else about it, I couldn't do it. I tried. You know what? I thought for a minute. I'm like, Kim's in bed. She's all short up in there. I'm out here on the couch. Sure. I could watch it, and then I could play World of Warcraft.
Yeah, I kind of decided that if Scott's not going to watch it, it's almost a guarantee what he's going to be doing instead.
Yeah, I went and got some gear, and we're into season 1, and stuff's going good. So, I did that. That's how I spent my time.
There you go. Nothing wrong with that either.
Felt nice and productive. All right, we got a quick thing from Robert in Hendertucky. We've not heard from him in a while, so this is nice.
Yeah.
And he wrote in about the whole pecan thing. I don't like pecans. I've made this clear on the show. And so he says this, Dear Saba and Brazil Nut. What's a Brazil nut? I don't know what that is.
A Brazil nut. What's a Brazilian? Didn't we figure out that a Brazil nut is like the same as a filbert or something? Like it's a large If they're the ones I'm thinking of, it's almost like got the texture of a macadamia, but it's about 5 times the size of a macadamia.
Yeah, it's like a slice of orange almost.
Oblong. Yeah, right, exactly.
All right, there it is.
But I don't know asaba. I don't know what asaba is.
They find them.
It's a hazelnut. That's right.
It's a hazelnut. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's got. They're in Peru, Bolivia, and Brazil. All right, that makes sense. But Brazil got the naming rights because they have 3,000. What does that mean? 3,000 more tons of it available every year as far as what they produce. Yeah.
So you produce it, you get to name it, as opposed to you discover it, you get to name it. No, you produce it.
That's a lot. 33,000 tons in Brazil. Bolivia ships 30,000 tons per year. Peru 5,000 tons, and the rest of the world combines to, or the rest of the world does the remaining 69,000 tons of. That's a lot of nuts.
That is a lot of nuts.
Don't even show me peanuts and cashews. I'll probably have my mind blown.
Where are the tons of those coming from?
Yeah, it must be a lot though, right? Oh my gosh. Anyway,
it's funny though, because when you do get the mixed nut assortment and they've got the Brazil nuts in there, you reach in there to grab a handful and you get a Brazil nut and a cashew.
Yeah.
because the handful of nuts is like the Brazil nut is your handful of nuts.
How do you feel about a cranberry, little dried cranberry raisinette things in there?
Totally,
you like that?
Totally fine with that. I love balancing the, I'm a big fan of the sweet and salty combo.
Me too.
That's why I'm kind of on board with trying the cinnamon toast crunch bacon when it comes out. I'm sure somebody's gonna. If they're not going to send it to us, I'm going to buy it and we'll try it on the show.
No, we should absolutely do it on the show.
Yeah.
Bacon. That's crazy. Zoe's probably stoked, but I think it sounds weird. But I'll eat it. I'll try it. Anyway, Dear Saba and Brazil Nut, regarding pecans. Scott, you mentioned you don't care for pecans. Your description of a bitter flavor and chalky consistency reminds me of Georgia pecans you buy at the store in the baking section. They're also used in mixed nuts. I don't care for those either. But Scott, have you ever eaten a Texas native pecan? If you haven't, then you really don't know what pecans should taste like. They're sweet and never bitter. Well, yeah, if you coat these things in sugar and stuff. I've had those.
I'm thinking he's saying that I don't think he's talking about candied pecans. I think he's saying that a Texas native pecan is sweet and not bitter like Georgia pecans.
I guess I've never had one, so I don't know.
Yeah.
They're also larger and longer than the inferior Georgia pecan. Boy, look at this.
Larger and longer. More girth than a Georgia pecan.
That's right. Texas going after Georgia here a little bit. He says no offense in parentheses, so take it easy, everybody. Sure. Says, my whole family's from Texas. Those trees grow in front yards all over the state, and they harvest each year the harvest each year is enough to last the entire year. To this day, at any time, my mom has several pounds of pecans in the freezer ready for banana nut bread. Someone in the family in Texas will ask who needs pecans and mail them out. Oh, that's crazy.
Wow.
It's like Kim's dad does this with peaches. She just went over there before she got sick and brought home like 3 buckets of just huge fresh peaches. Oh, they're so good.
Wow.
She's supposed to be bottling or canning them, but she's been sick.
Not any shape to be doing any sort of thing like that right now.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know if I've told everybody she has COVID. The test was positive yesterday morning, so I don't think I mentioned that. Somehow I don't have it.
Where are you sleep?
I slept on the couch, and I wasn't used to it. And at one point, I woke up, and I got disoriented because I had to pee. And I stood up, and the direction that I instinctively go to go pee is no longer the direction you go. That's toward the garage. So I'm like,
you end up peeing on the dining room table.
Well, I feel like if I was a kid, I absolutely would have peed in the wrong place. I'm sure of it. Because kids do that. They get, disoriented. But I was just like, oh, shit, that's right. I'm over here now. And it was just an annoying night. I slept like crap. Whatever. But it was worth it to give Kim her space. I didn't have to hear her cough all night. I also didn't have to breathe in the spores,
the virus spores.
Yeah. Hopefully she's feeling a little bit better today, as I was telling Brian pre-show. So she's doing okay.
Good.
Nothing in her lungs or anything. It's all like upper respiratory, and that's always a good sign. So anyway, he says this. P.S. The next time Kim makes banana nut bread, cut a thick slice, butter both sides, sprinkle a little salt on each side, and pan fry it until it's crisp. It'll make you slap your mama.
Oh, that sounds amazing.
It really does, doesn't it?
Yeah, I want some banana nut bread right now to try this. For science purposes.
Yeah. My mom would not be happy, though, if I slapped her. She's getting too old for that. I think it'd kill her. I can't do that.
Yeah, no, you're supposed to slap her with the crisp banana bread slice.
Yeah, that she can handle. She can take one of those. Nonetheless, and notwithstanding, my love for the show persists, says Robert. Well, Robert in Hendertucky, thank you for the info. So I guess I'll just have to try Texas pecan because I really don't know. I don't know what they taste like or what the difference is.
Yeah, I definitely want to try those.
Why? You think it's just a different strain? You grow it in a different tree? Is it a hybrid thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like there's certain things that taste that are called the same thing in different states but taste different. I'm trying to think. I mean, somebody brought up oranges between California and Florida. Maybe if I had them side by side, I could easily tell the difference or tell a difference. But be curious to see it. And I wonder if Chuck was saying in the chat room that the Georgia pecans that we get that are bitter and dry are probably because they're stale, bagged at the grocery store. Absolutely are. I have a bag of those stale Georgia pecans right there at the bottom of this bookcase right here. So I don't know if I need to, when I'm out there for the meetup next month, if somebody's going to provide for me some fresh Georgia pecans.
Yeah.
Because there's a couple. Chuck is half of them that is certainly taking offense to Robert and Hendertucky's shade being thrown on the Georgia, the inferior, girthless, and short and minuscule Georgia pecan.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's up to Chuck and Amy then to bring you the proper stuff so we can, get Texas or get Atlanta back in the fight here.
Exactly.
Don't let Texas take all your steam. All right, you guys. They made freaking all the Avengers movies in your backyard over there. Texas can't claim that. What'd they make in Texas? Some kind of weird Western in the 70s?
Yeah. Right.
Take that.
See?
Take that.
Yeah.
Jerks. All right. Just kidding. There are plenty of great listeners and people in Texas.
They've promised that the Nerd Bus can stop off at a pecan stand. How many people are going to be riding in the Nerd Bus? It's like 8 of us in there, right?
My gosh, is that true? What are you driving in? What are you all riding in?
I think Chuck rented the Mystery Machine.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's okay.
Zoinks. And you can go solve crimes and pull masks off people and be surprised it was the janitor
for those meddling kids. Yeah,
it was it was the janitor the whole time. Oh shit. All right, well, let's play a game. I like games.
Yeah.
And we're gonna play one. Let's do this. We need a
player for that. We need a couple players for that.
Yep, we need one named Dunaway. Oh, good. I just found one named Dunaway, so he's here.
Oh, thank goodness. All right, good.
And our caller is going to be a familiar person. Whoops. If I can pull it up properly. Here we go. I'm going to add them both at the same time.
They are familiar?
They are one of our familiars.
She is our familiar.
She is our familiar. And I don't know if that may not be nice. I don't know if that's nice. We'll find out momentarily. Well, what do we have here? We have another edition of the Tadpolly Feud starring Brian Dunaway. Brian, welcome to the show.
Oh, hi, Scott and Brian. Now I'm starring? Oh, my God. Did I get a raise?
Yeah.
You got... No.
Oh, you didn't?
Fine.
Well, forget
You
it.
got a raise in title only, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like they do in your companies where it's like... hey, we're going to promote you. That's your raise this year.
Mm-hmm.
You're just
congratulations.
Getting a new title.
And new responsibilities. Congratulations.
Yeah,
exactly.
And a pizza party, perhaps. That's always fun.
And a pizza party, yeah.
So we had an Amy for a second. We don't have an Amy anymore.
Let me call her back. We'll hit ring there. I don't know what happened there. We have backups if this doesn't work. Hi, Amy, you there?
Hi, I'm here. Yes, sorry. I just had to restart my Discord.
Oh.
I'm sitting here working and just not paying attention. And Discord and my work VPN don't play nicely together.
Oh, well, there you go. VPN, virtual Poo Poo Network is what they call that.
Right. And so normally when I'm doing my segment, I will have that all prepared. But
sure.
I asked you the question like, hey, can I still play even though I'm a guest person? And then I didn't do all the restarting of Discord and all of that before you called me. So I was like, oh, crap.
Well, you are also literally the fourth person. I didn't give you, I didn't butt you in line. You actually landed right in the slot. So nice job.
Oh, right on.
Landed in the slot.
Poor Tally.
I love that you still use the phrase "butt you in line."
Yeah, isn't that what you used to say? That's what I used to say.
Yeah, always used to say that.
Yeah, quit butting in line. We'd say to people who are butting in line. Well, anyway, it's good to have you here. We're going to play this game. Brian's going to explain the rules, and then we're going to see who wins. Brian, take it away.
Although Amy certainly could use my puppet to do these rules because she did at TMS Vegas a couple of years ago. It's time to play the Tadpolly Feud. I've surveyed the tadpole on some nerdy topics. Scott and Brian, you have to predict the answers they gave us. It is Scott and Brian's job to see how many of those answers they can guess. Amy, your job is more important than ever because you're going to be working with either Scott or Brian. And if your team wins, you get a prize package. That includes Figment 2, Creed Valley, the person that we tried to give this to earlier this week.
Monday.
Already had it. And Heretics Fork. So,
Ooh, Heretics Fork.
Heretics Spork.
Bunch of heretics eating meatballs. Yes.
Much more a fan of Heretics Spork, the follow-up game.
Yeah, it's a little more versatile, that game. You can use it in more situations.
Do they still have sporks
use any
at the
kind
KFC?
of controller for that?
KFC, I think so. Yeah, you can get a little spork.
Okay.
I know they still do it at the Taco Bell.
Do they still have customers at KFC?
Are you kidding me? Mashed potato bowls? I'm in.
Yeah, that's funny you say that. There's according to this, I found just multiple articles all in a row when I looked up KFC Spork. They claim that KFC is largely we have them to thank for the success of the Spork. The Spork does not exist without them. Yeah,
yes.
That makes
We
sense.
wouldn't have Toy Story 4 without them. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's right, Sporky. It makes sense, right? Because with KFC, you always had like your sides of coleslaw and mashed potatoes, which would normally require two different utensils.
Yep.
It's less of a thing with an enchilada.
And the Colonel was like, I'm not having that.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
Did nobody like REI or like, camping people invent the spork first? Like, because it seems like that would be a very, I know that it is a very utilitarian thing for people who like to, sleep on the ground.
We definitely did have we had sporks in our camping stuff when I was a kid anyway.
Yeah, before then it was hard times trying to stab a meatball with a spoon.
That's right. Mm-hmm. But you had to have cereal, because sometimes you'd have cereal, sometimes you'd have eggs. And so a bunch of plastic sporks would work, but we had metal ones too.
Wait. You can eat cereal with sporks?
Hell yeah, it's a spoon, man.
Sure.
It's not a spoon. It has.
And then you can even put the short little tines against the side of your bowl and drain the milk out of your spork if you don't want as soggy.
I don't know if I'm comfortable learning this about you, but okay.
This is true.
I'll take it.
You know what's better than a spork? Fap Sticks.
Fap Sticks.
Did you
Look at
say
those.
Fap Sticks? What?
Fap Sticks.
He has them right there. He's showing them on the camera.
Fork and chopstick combo. These are
those things.
That's probably
I
good
keep
for
these at my desk for eating cheddar coated beaver nuggets because I don't want to get powder fingers all over my keyboard.
They're also got the good easy use chopstick format.
They do. Yes, exactly.
I sure hope the Tadpolly Feud is about spoons and forks today.
These are more like feezers. They're more like feezers than fap sticks.
Yeah, feezers. There you go, feezers. I like feezers.
Feezers.
Yeah, you got.
I have a travel pair of those that I got in like a little goodie bag once for like eating Cheetos off of one side. And then,
it's the best. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
Who wants to get orange dust all over everything they touch? Not me.
Right. I don't.
You call me Howie Mandel, but I don't want to coat everything I have in a nice fine orange dust.
Yeah. Well,
all right, let's play the game.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Let's play this game.
Name a feezer. No. We asked 522 tadpoolers to name. Oh, I guess put your hands on your buzzers. We're going right into it. Put your hands on your buzzers. Give me your best answer to this. Name a celestial event.
Oh.
Scott.
Supernova. Supernova.
I clicked the buzzer, but I don't know.
Supernova.
Celestial.
He does this every time I have any hesitation.
He totally
at all.
does. Yeah, he totally does.
Supernova.
Show me Supernova. Yeah, number 3 answer.
Nice.
2 more super answers will beat it. Brian.
Supernova.
It's a great Liz Phair song, by the way. Liz Phair's Supernova is
Champagne Supernova. It's timely.
Well, there's
I
that one too.
Scott
And the red wine Supernova from your Chapel Roan.
Sure.
Yeah. I was just I let Scott go first because I was like I wasn't 100% sure I was going to say something stupid like eclipse, and then you're going to be like, that's not a celestial event. And I'm like, but it's 2 celestial bodies moving in space.
I think it is one.
Sure.
Yeah.
So that's what you're saying?
Give me the eclipse.
Can you be more specific?
Oh my goodness, solar eclipse. Are you happy? Jesus.
Show me solar eclipse. Number 1 answer on the board.
Oh, right on.
Tadpoolers saying that one.
Amy, you
and me, Dunaway. We got
Me and you, baby.
It's,
Let's do this.
It's Dunawamy.
Where's Chuck
Team
at?
Dunawamy.
Dunawamy.
Right
Dunawamy's a great
Dunawamy.
music. That's awesome.
Dunawamy.
I love that. Because aim
Well,
away is not bad.
The sport conversation just put me into making a portmanteau out of everything.
Yeah.
It really
There you
did.
go.
Love it.
So Ibit made us define a solar eclipse. So I'm assuming that lunar eclipse is got to be number 2 or somewhere up in there. What do you think?
I 100% agree. Yes.
Oh, there we go. Then me and the Muppet handler are going for lunar eclipse.
I mean, maybe maybe that was the determination between something on the board and off the board. Oh,
No.
Ooh, interesting.
all right. Well, let's see. We're gonna find out right now. Show me lunar eclipse. Yeah, it's number 5.
Baby.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Damn it.
you pretty much
Damn it.
yeah.
All right.
All right. Name
All
a
right.
celestial event. We
Brian
went
and Amy,
supernova.
6 points. Scott with
Right.
3. Brian has control. Brian and Amy have control of the board.
Right. Now, black holes are created by a celestial event, but would that be... That's kind of the result set, but does it matter because it's the tadpole? It's the tadpole.
Yeah, remember it's a
What do you
tadpole.
think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They could say
Yeah.
anything. They could say,
What
black
about like
hole-
a
what about black hole
solar
sun?
flare?
Ooh, a solar flare is much better.
oh, I like
That's
solar
actually
flares.
a celestial event that people know about.
There was a recent one
with
too.
that.
There was some recent.
Yeah, caused it was around the time we had all the aurora borealises that we were able to see in our part of the country. Scott,
no, not that. It was something in the last few days. It was like a flare.
Oh, really? A more
Yeah,
recent solar flare.
some kind
Oh.
of crazy caught on
It always
camera thing. I don't remember.
Always affects when it reaches us. It always affects like GPS and other like weird communication systems. You know, the weird communication systems we have. All right, you guys going with solar flare?
Solar flare.
Solar flare. Show me solar flare.
Oh, man, that was
Also,
a
solar
really...
flare has a great voice. Yeah,
That's
no,
really
number
good, though.
13 is solar flare.
Oh,
not
close
11
to
or
the
nothing.
top. Not even 11. Yeah,
That was good.
sorry.
Meteor shower or meteors? I don't know if they'd be
Sure.
the same category or not.
I
Something with
think
meteors.
meteor is not really a celestial event, but sure, why not?
Why not? One that comes and smacks into your planet or burns up in
Yeah,
the
sure.
air. That's a thing. Yeah.
Sure. All right, show me meteor shower.
Ooh. Number
The
2.
Perseids being kind of the one that most people were referring to because that comes around. It's one of the more it's a popular meteor shower. Number 2 answer on the
right.
board. A meteor itself is just a thing.
Yes, it's a
Meteor
thing.
shower
It is a
an event.
celestial.
Yeah, celestial. Yeah.
Kind of my argument, though, about the thing earlier, though, right?
Right.
Galactus. Just kidding. We're not doing that one.
Ooh, he is a celestial event.
It is a
That's true.
celestial event.
And that would qualify, yes.
Well,
hunger.
Ego.
I'll bet
Do
you
you
that's
ever think Galactus ever trips over any planets or moons or anything? You think that ever
sure.
happens when he's
sure.
floating
Yeah.
through? That will be an
He
event.
just kicks him out of his steps on him like Legos, and then he goes,
Oh,
And he gets caught up in Saturn's rings and he's like, I'm walking here.
Yeah.
You know?
To a surfer, to me, he'd say, clean this up. All right, I'm going to do, I think comets. Comets are celestial events.
Comet.
I need more specificity, please.
Oh my.
Really?
Oh, more. Oh,
Yeah.
I mean, they're really.
Right. That's what I say.
Wonder why that's so specific.
Well, because a comet again is a thing. Not
Yeah.
an
Right, right.
event. It's like saying planet.
That's a good point.
Well,
It's a
no,
good point.
because comets are hurling through space and not in anyone's orbit, though, right? I mean, doesn't that?
Yeah, what, does that define a comet? But it's not really an event, right? It's. I mean, you're Scott.
Well, no,
That's not really an event.
Scott. Are we an event?
no.
Can
I'm
you
saying
admit
it's
me, Scott.
I'm
Can
saying
you-
it's not orbiting.
Totally
Thank
is.
you, Amy.
Comets
Thank you.
orbit.
Yes, I saw what you were doing.
Yeah, but
there.
they're not orbiting us. You know what I mean?
I
It's
see
not
why
like
so.
it's not like the
Good idea.
moon. So it's not like I go, the moon is a. I'm not going to call the moon a celestial event. All right, I'm gonna
Perhaps
move.
he wants the name of a comet.
I'm gonna move away from comets because I don't know. I don't know where to go with that. So let's go
right.
with did you say black hole? I'm gonna say black
Let's
hole.
go with
you took my black
star.
hole.
Let's go with star.
Let's go black hole.
Black hole.
Oh, son,
right.
won't you come?
Show me black hole.
Damn
Yeah.
it.
I would argue that's also, I mean, the creation of a black hole
It's
is an
supposed
event,
to. It's a post event, right?
Yeah, it's what's left over after the event. Number
I mean,
18
it's-
still didn't stop the tadpole from saying black hole. Two people in the tadpole from saying
Isn't a
hole.
black hole what comes after a supernova? Or
Yeah,
am
that's what that
Or a
was my
star
argument.
collapsing. Sometimes a
Yeah.
supernova, but also a star collapsing, which is not
Right.
always a supernova. It doesn't always result in an explosion.
Amy,
Sure.
I'm looking at these answers, and since I don't think Gonzo from Muppets from Space is up here, it looks like a lot of these appear to be terrestrial observed, like
Yes.
solar eclipse, meteor shower, supernova, which we don't really see with the naked, but lunar eclipse. What about something like the sunrise? I mean, that's the rotation. Is that?
Potentially. I mean, somebody in the chat said it. Rainbow Bright in the chat said it.
Oh, well, if Rainbow
so-
Bright said it, then it's gotta
Yeah,
be on there. But what do you think?
mean-
I got something else?
Yeah, well, so I was wondering, like, with it, by the way, I love the word specificity. So
Specificity.
much
Mhm.
fun to say specificity.
Yes.
How many syllables is in that?
With
Specificity?
that particular clue as to the comet, I'm wondering if we name the comet because
so we're gonna say the Halley's Comet event
Halley's
or
Comet,
Hell
yes.
Bop event.
yes, that's
Yeah.
what I was wondering because like that, Halley's
I'm
Comet
with you.
crossing the atmosphere is an event for Earth,
Right.
and so that was what I was thinking there.
Okay.
So
Okay. All right. Let's do it.
yeah.
We're
All
taking.
right.
you'll go with Halley's
yeah,
Comet.
we're taking Halley's Comet.
Halley's Comet. Show me Halley's Comet every 78 years, I think. Oops. No, hold on.
Oh
Sorry.
my
No.
gosh.
I'm sorry. That should be that.
Oh, look at that!
good.
Look,
Should be
see,
that.
Amy. See.
Number 4
So
answer on the
smart.
board, Halley's Comet. Now, again, this is
Wicked
what
smart.
the tadpole said. I assume that they mean Halley's
Well,
Comet approaching Earth, which
it's
would be the event.
Yeah.
Halley's
be the-
Comet always exists. Is an
Yeah,
event.
so-
Yeah.
Yeah. So the expectations that this is
Bobby,
terrestrial
by the way,
observation.
is having. I think he's having an aneurysm in the
Poor
chat
Bobby.
room because he's saying,
like,
if something exists, it's an event. Like,
oh,
All
goodness.
right. So yeah.
I mean, we could go with your other comet.
Yeah,
there
let's give it a
and say
sunrise.
The Hale Bop.
Oh,
or,
Hale Bop, Hale
the
Bop.
sunrise. Yeah, we can go back
Yeah.
to sunrise. Yeah, that
You want to do
works.
that, or
That's
do you
true.
want to do the Hell Bop?
Let's do the Hale Bop first.
Let's do the Hell Bop.
Yeah.
Let's. What? How do you do the Hell Bop? Is I think you put your
Yeah.
hands up and down like this, and you kind of.
Yeah.
All right.
Take a
Yeah.
step to the right and then a jump.
And then
to the
you,
left.
yeah, and then I think you mutilate yourself. I think is how they go. Oh yeah, let's go with
Drink the Kool-Aid. Yeah.
drink. You're
all right.
terrible, Amy.
Show me. Here's where boy Bobby's really gonna have a hard time with this one too. Show me Hale Bop. I'm gonna give this one because there were about
So many.
5 different comets listed that people said that
Gotcha.
weren't Halley's, and I was like, all right, I kind of got to lump those into
That makes sense.
into just comet passing Earth because they
Right.
list them separately from Halley's. So
Right.
All right.
Didn't I say
Good.
comet
So,
passing?
yeah, we
I didn't
got
say that.
two
no,
answers.
you
How
just
to
said
stop
comet. If you would have said comet
abandoning
passing
that
Earth,
one.
Scott, I would have like grinned to give you those 9 lovely points. But you just said comet, and I didn't know if you were talking about the cleanser or
It
the.
really shows you what centrist we are, man. We're just all about us, right? How does it affect us?
Exactly.
Passing the Earth. So yeah, I think sunrise is now. I think that's going to
Yeah.
actually be a good one.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
Go
All
for
right.
sunrise.
Give me some sunrise. That
Show
celestial
me-
event of us rotating back around to see the sun.
Show me sunrise.
Oh my
There we
God!
go.
Took so long.
It took a long time. Sunrise number 14 on the list.
It's a,
Still up
a
there.
daily thing.
Not
That's
a
an
bad
awesome one.
guess, but
No,
bad
no,
guess.
no.
Oh gosh, now we got to make a decision because we're in the weirdness. What's the thing in the Iceland deal where you watch the sky and it all gets ripply?
Oh,
and
penguins! Penguins. Yeah.
I can't
it's
think
totally
of what
a
that's.
celestial event there, Scott.
What's
Penguins.
it called though? It's called.
I'll take either of the either the common name for it or the official name for it.
look at there.
Sky, what's it called?
The sky. It's called Sky. I want to go with Sky.
Carter sent you a bunch of pictures.
I know. I can't think of the damn name. It's Sky.
Where is it located?
It's in the Northern Lights. Northern Lights.
Oh, Jesus.
Nicely done, Brian. Well done.
It was just too painful.
And how would you describe them? See what you did there. Show me Northern Lights or Aurora Borealis. 6 points for that one. Scott's got 11.
I got some ointment for that.
You got some ointment for the Aurora Borealis. That's when you're running. You got if you're going to do a long run like a 10K, you need to put some Borealis on your Aurora. Okay. Well, now we're getting into the weeds. Celestial event.
3 answers still left on the board: 7, 8, and 10, and only an 8-point difference between the two of you. Again, Brian and Amy with 19, Scott with 11. Scott has control of the board. 2 strikes left for Scott, just 1 left for Brian and Amy.
Well, a common phrase that isn't all that scientific though, but when people see it, they call it a falling star, and that sounds like something somebody might put in here. So let's try falling star.
That's smart, even though it's essentially like what, just
it's like a comet or whatever. It can be a lot of things, but
I'm gonna save you the strike and say that would be a meteor.
Okay. Yeah. That's typically what they are, small meteors.
I guess meteorite is the ones that come into our atmosphere, right?
That's the
But don't we see some? Don't we? Isn't it possible to see a star sort of blink out?
I mean, you could probably see a human if they were bouncing off and burning up.
You're saying like the collapsing of a star,
like the death, like you're out and looking in the thing, and millions of years ago some star collapsed, but you just saw it today because of the speed of light. That's what I'm talking about. Whatever that is.
All right.
Dying. Let's call it dying star. I don't know the best way to say it.
Sure. Let's call. All right. Show me a dying star.
Boo.
I 100% agree that is definitely a. Well, hold on a sec. Yeah, I would definitely call that an event because that absolutely happens. I'm trying to think if it's in here and somebody called it something different. It wasn't in the top 11, but.
Yeah. Chat's saying it's a supernova, but supernovas that's the explosion stuff.
That's Oasis.
We don't always see that, right? I mean, we don't see the naked eye stuff is what I'm talking about. So I don't even know what I'm seeing when I see a star blink out or fall or whatever. I don't know what that is. I guess
usually what you're seeing is
probably light pollution.
A meteor.
It's probably just the MTV satellite passing in front of it.
Actually, that very well could be.
That's the reflection off Elon Musk's car that he sent out.
We used to see those when we'd go to Lake Powell and you get such clear nights. You'd see satellites all the time. It was such a wild thing to see.
It is so wild.
Yeah,
we have trash up there. Celestial event. How about? I don't know, Amy. You got any more? What are you thinking?
Well, the one I had in my pocket was Aurora Borealis, and then
that's a good one though. You want to say it again?
Nope, because it's already there. So I mean. There are.
How about Mercury in retrograde? I'm always hearing that whenever I used to go on dates and stuff.
What?
Who are you going on dates with? Carl Sagan?
People with astrological.
No, that's people with astrology. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true. That is right. Astrology versus astronomy. Yeah.
Yeah.
The pseudoscience.
What about like a full moon? Would that be?
I think that's a good answer. Yeah, like a full moon. Yeah, that would actually be pretty good. Waxing and waning. Yeah, all that good stuff. Let's wax and wane this moon. Do we have to say something specific, Ibit?
I'll take that. Yeah. I'll take that. Show me full moon.
Show me your full moon.
Number 7.
Damn, I think that takes me out of contention, doesn't it? Or does it?
Oh
no, I could still
15. If you get,
Amy still wins.
Amy wins. Right? Amy wins either way.
Amy, you won. Congratulations. Let's wrap it up.
And Scott can still win if he gets the last 2.
Okay.
All right.
And number 11 is still on the board too.
Oh, that's right. Forget about that rule.
Number 11 is kind of one of my favorite celestial events.
Right.
So yeah, there's a bunch of other moon things. We could do like a blue moon or a harvest moon.
Ooh, people do like the harvest moons. Yes, they do. Hey, it's getting near that time. I like that.
It's a harvest moon. What is the harvest moon? It's like
it's a big giant moon.
Yeah, it's large. It appears larger in the sky, and it's red tinted. At least here we have our harvest festival based on that.
Okay.
Right.
It plays a big role in one of the Dark Tower books, and I never
How about
remember.
corona ejection? I always like saying that. Is that how you say it? Yeah.
The solar flare.
I was gonna say, isn't that the same thing as a solar flare?
It is, but you never know. The tadpole.
But
could,
I just want an opportunity to say ejection.
You just want to say
Ejection.
coronal ejection, sure.
Ejecta.
Exactly.
Yes.
What do you think?
Okay.
Bobby
yeah.
and Barbie,
What about-
boy,
what about
Bobby really
sunspot?
shouldn't have been a contestant today. Coronal
I know,
mass
for
ejection
real.
is not the same as a solar flare.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's so much.
okay.
It's so much fun
We have
watching
free
Bobby
science
lose his
room
crap.
in the tadpole today.
That's why I love Bobby. He's my favorite.
I know. Well, it's
Me
great.
too.
It's great to have somebody there
Yeah.
to like be like, especially when
It
he's
totally
knowledgeable.
is. Especially
it's
when
annoying.
exactly. Yes.
It's annoying when the person actually doesn't know as much as you, but when it's Bobby and he will readily admit if he doesn't know as much as somebody else. And so if Bobby is telling you no,
Not
you're
this
wrong,
time.
you could be
For
pretty sure that you're wrong, right?
For
so
sure.
yeah. Okay, yeah. So what were we gonna say? We were gonna say like a moon thing or a coronal mass ejection, since Bobby says it's not the same thing.
Do
Or
you think that maybe did Bobby take this quiz? Because he might be the two or three
I mean,
people
I'm
down
sure-
there at the
I'm
bottom
sure
that
he-
maybe
I'm
knew.
sure,
Submitted
Bobby
first,
gave an answer, but I'm wondering which one. I'm curious. So we'll have to ask him which one he put in when he did the survey. Yeah.
All right, yeah, let's do one of those coronal ejections because I just like saying it. How about
Okay.
yeah,
All right.
right.
that?
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, what must be in the last two here? Holy shit. This is
Yeah.
hard.
Dinosaur ending event. How about that?
I mean, that's a comet. So I don't think he's going to. I
like,
guess this one says comet
asteroid?
But is it
passing
a
Earth.
comet once it's buried into the Earth, like meteor versus meteorite?
Well, that's true.
Is
We
there a
haven't
comet-ite?
put
Is
the
there a
word
thing like that?
asteroid hasn't been on here yet. No one said asteroid.
Right.
Yeah, you know what? I'll just do it. Let's say
I
asteroid.
was like watching Bobby lose his
Okay.
crap.
Let's kill some
right.
dinosaurs. Let's do it.
All right. Show me asteroid.
Oh man.
Number 16 was asteroid strike. Like a.
Nice.
I
Nice.
hate it when they strike and you have to cross the picket line.
Gotta do
but,
that whole union thing
scam.
and all
Right,
that,
exactly.
man.
Yeah, exactly. More
You
pay
celestial
for
scab,
more
you.
asteroids. All right, let's reveal these last two. Probably the biggest celestial event that we could ever think of.
Oh, the Big Bang.
Oh, the Big Bang.
The Big Bang.
That's a good one.
Our
That's
whole
smart.
universe.
Did you say that, Bobby?
Number 10, the solstice
Oh, yeah,
or the equinox.
yes.
Oh yeah.
Very good.
I don't think of those as events so much as just like I mean, it doesn't matter because that's what the tadpole said. But I don't,
Time of the year.
Right.
yeah, just think of those as time of the
a
year.
thing that happens on a very specific day every year.
Yeah, but what is
Yeah.
the celestial part of it? What do you get out of it?
The sun's perfect
The end.
perpendicular, perfect to the Earth's equator. The perfectly perpendicular to the Earth's equator, I think.
Okay.
Perfectly
A
perpendicular.
bunch of people making
perfectly.
videos about balancing brooms up,
That's right.
standing
Or
up
eggs,
straight.
right? Being able to spin an egg vertically
Which?
or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right. Count that
Oh,
one.
Chuck even said when he did the survey, he says I said winter
Yes.
solstice because
Aw.
that's the day Red Fraggle and I had our first kiss. Oh,
It's
Aw.
true. It's true.
That's sweet.
Yeah.
Hmm.
December
All right.
21st. That was
Very good.
our first kiss.
Trying to get in for
Aw.
the end of the year. Trying to meet your tax
Yeah.
burden or
yeah.
something there. All right.
mine was Tina's and mine was New Year's Eve because I wanted something easy to remember.
Nice.
Oh well, there you go. That works.
Your number 11 was let's just show it. Conjunction of the planets, like when all
Oh,
the
I hate when they
planets
line
are
up.
in the same quarter of the sky or almost in a line kind of thing. And then kind of going down from there,
Junction.
we've
What's
got
your
the
function?
transit of
Thank you,
Venus,
Amy.
which is going to be happening pretty soon, I believe, or maybe just happened. I can't remember.
So we're getting some astrology. What'd you say?
No, the
Mhm.
transit of Venus. Venus
Oh.
passing between us and the sun, I think
Oh,
is
yeah,
what that
okay.
is. I need to
Yeah.
look that one up. Aurora Australis, which is the southern lights. Blue moon, you guys touched on that one, but that would have been number 19, so it was still giving you an X. First contact day. Heat death of the universe, kind of the opposite of the Big Bang.
Ooh, I like that. Yeah.
New moon, the Duran Duran favorite right there.
Mhm.
Sunset, we had sunrise, sunset. Somebody said Animal Crossing because I know you've got celestial events in Animal Crossing.
It does. I love doing that. That's my favorite part.
Apocalypse, Apogee, Blood Moon, Christmas,
Christmas.
Eternals.
Christmas.
Let's see here.
Anybody say Galactus? Not on there?
Nobody said Galactus, but somebody did say. Whereas somebody said the giant celestial in the ocean.
Nice.
From Eternals. Making tea with celestial seasonings branded tea, somebody said. Lunar occultation. Bobby, do you know what that one is?
I don't
have
know
no
what that
idea
one is
what
either.
Lunar occultation. Orbital slingshot. Parade of
Hey,
planets.
Orbital slingshot.
Yeah.
Love it. Love it.
How are we going to get to back to Earth, Mr. Scotty? We're going to do it
Same way we do every time.
That's right. Sawane, Second Coming, Starlink satellites, Syzygy.
Hilarious.
Let's
Wait a
see.
second. Chuck,
Yeah.
are you sure you said solstice? Because syzygy is like one of your favorite words.
That's
You're like
such
the
a
only
great- it is
person
such
in
a
the
great
word in the world that I know uses that word.
It was my Uncle Tony's license plate for a long
Oh,
time.
that's hilarious.
Oh, that's
Syzygy.
cool.
Yeah. The Fappening.
The
So I did want to say this one because I don't know who said it, but I want to make sure. The Transit of Venus. Everyone else is probably saying Eclipse, but Venus deserves a little love, even though the Sousa March written to commemorate the event is pretty bad. Glad I'll be dead before it happens again, and I'll have to perform it in 2117.
Wow.
We didn't ask for a story. Christ. Just kidding, I
And
love
finally, when Jupiter meets Uranus. There you go. Those are your,
Yeah.
your
Nice.
celestial events.
You're going to love this Figment 2 Creed Valley thing, Amy. It's awesome little
I'm
game.
excited.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is gonna be good.
Yeah, it's very sweet, very
I'm
fun
excited
game.
for a
can
new
play it.
game. I need a new game.
There you go. Well, it's a
Yay.
good time for new games.
Yep.
Yes,
And
and we
look at
can
that.
play it. We can play it in
You can play it.
in Savannah, and we can.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yes.
I can't wait.
Yeah, but
Let's
can you,
go out the
can
way,
you play
baby.
it on your crappy little CRT you're going to truck down there? That's the
Hey,
question.
Yeah,
you do
man.
not speak ill of the C to the R to the T.
Did we take pictures of the hall that Dunaway brought last year with like the VCR and the Laserdisc player and the CRT and the all the stuff?
Oh my gosh! If we didn't, we should have, because he had like a whole like the AV kid
up-
from junior high. It was like
Yeah,
a wet
yeah,
dream,
it
you
filled
know?
up, and of course a TV cart to put it all on. Like he brought the whole dang thing. Like
CDs, we had video cassettes, we had regular cassettes, we had all the media. All the dead media was there.
Yeah.
right,
Yeah,
exactly.
it was great. It was
Yeah.
good fun, good
Mhm.
silly fun.
Fill up your trunk.
And we're gonna
this
do
time.
it again this year. It's gonna be awesome.
Well, that's awesome that you also have won. And also, is it Wesley who gave us these codes? We should thank him again.
Wednesday.
I think it was Wesley.
Oh yeah, I've already given the codes to Amy. She's already got them.
No. Is this Wesley who gave us the codes? I was just trying to give Wesley a
this
shout
is.
out.
I'm sorry. This is from Wesley. Yes.
Nice.
Sorry, I was
Wesley,
talking-
always
was
such-
talking while you were talking.
Always such a good code giver, that guy. Just generous
really
as
is.
hell. So
Yeah.
big thanks to him. Amy, we hope you enjoyed, and I do look forward to our next Read This segment with you.
Thank you. I missed you guys, so I wanted to call and play the game.
Yeah. Also glad you're feeling good. That's the most important thing.
Yes.
Yes,
for
I'm
sure.
much better. Paxlovid works. So
Yeah.
if Kim can
Oh.
get that, like use that stuff. It
Yeah.
makes your mouth taste terrible.
Yeah.
Like it gives you like a bitter taste in your mouth just like all the time.
Yeah.
But while you're taking it.
Already have that. That's life.
But yeah, it like totally it's like, oh man, this tastes awful, but it's worth it.
It's like having
you
a
know,
mouthful
so-
of those Georgia pecans in your mouth. At all the same
Oh,
time.
don't be no.
Oh,
don't be
she's
throwing
breaking up.
shade
She's
at my
breaking up.
mom.
Oh, shoot. We lost her. I don't know what happened there. That's crazy. Hey, Dunaway, it's good to talk to you as always, and we'll do it again this Friday when you and I get together for a Play Retro episode. Why don't you tell the fine folks what we're covering that day?
Absolutely. We're going all the way back to the 90s for Beetlejuice. Came out originally on the DOS, which was the one from the cartoon series. You may remember that Beetlejuice cartoon series. But then we're also going to be talking about the NES version that was based off of the movie and may or may not suck. But we're going to get into it.
I think it might
We're gonna
suck.
get into
That's
it.
what I think.
There's also a Game Boy one too, based on the cartoon, and it's all LJN brought it to us. But guess who developed it? Rare did. So you're saying you didn't like a Rare title?
I'm saying
That's
that
pretty
Rare is not 100%. Rare has a couple of misses, and that's one of them.
Okay.
But
Okay.
the other one, it took them a long time to have another miss, and I think that was
You did good.
360 launch title. What was that called? Where you had to turn into a ball sometimes. I can't remember what it was called.
I
Anyway,
love Scott's descriptions of stuff. I don't remember that one.
I don't remember
Turn
the
into
name.
a ball sometimes.
Yeah.
So it's not Metroid, right?
No.
It's
Turn
60.
into a ball sometimes.
You were-
singing "Ayo."
you were a
Life
big
is
ball.
hard.
You were a big ball, and you were a lady, and that's all I remember. Anyway.
You're a big ball. You're talking about Metroid. What the hell are you talking
No,
about?
it's not Metroid.
It's not.
I can't remember the damn thing. Anyway, I'll figure it out later. But that'll be this weekend, so check it out. That's Friday, 1:30 Mountain Time. Check it out wherever you get your podcasts. That's Play Retro over at frogpants.com/Play Retro. Brian Dunaway, I would like you to kiss
Oh, I love
our
you guys so much.
butts.
Have fun.
All right, he's out of here.
Excellent.
We're also going to take a break. When we come back from this break, Tom Merritt will be here, talk a little tech. We'll have Recmentals after that.
Yeah.
Got a full crew, so stick around for all that fun. In the meantime, a song from Brian. What do you got?
Sure. Got one from a guy named Tyler Ramsey. Boy, does this guy have a country sounding name or what? And there's some little bit of your kind of twang to this. Not a lot though. This is the brand new album is called New Lost Ages. Comes out in October, it looks like. Do I have a date? Does not look like I have a date, but we do have this song. This is the first single from the album. It's called Song Out of My Head. Oh, there we go. October 18th is when it comes out via Soundly Music. Big thanks to Emily Ginsberg for sending this one over to me from Big Hassle Media. Love Big Hassle Media. Here's Tyler Ramsey and Song Out of My Head.
She's losing weight without diet pills. He's losing weight without strenuous exercises. And how do they do it? By just getting rid of their excess body fluids.
Perfect for snorkeling, a popular way to explore the underwater world.
And we've returned. Tell me who that was again so I can write it down and go find that song.
You bet. That's Tyler Ramsey from his upcoming album. That is his first single from the album. It's called Song Out of My Head. And
Nice.
finally, he got that song out of his head.
Oh, man. How did he do it? It's such an earworm, you know? It's hard,
It totally is.
hard to get
yes.
that out. All right. We're going to get Tom in here, and let's do a little thingy for him.
We want Tom.
Oh, we sure do. It's Tom Merritt, everybody. He is your favorite tech, not just enthusiast, but reporter, journalist, I would say. Bringing you the...
I wouldn't.
You wouldn't do that? He is here to talk about what is going on in the world of tech so that we can talk about it again later today on the Daily Tech News Show. Tom Merritt, what is going on out there, sir?
Well, I've just been sitting here looking at some of the testimony in the Google antitrust trial that's happening.
Some light reading. Yeah.
Yeah, you know. Trying to get myself excited for the day. I think there may be some folks out there who are a little confused about what all is going on. Like, wait, didn't Google already lose an antitrust trial? And then they said they were going to break them up or something, but that hasn't happened. So I figured maybe just kind of giving a previously on Google antitrust trials might be helpful for folks today.
Sure. I'd love to hear it, actually, because I also thought that there was some recent massive judgment that this was all over, but I guess it's never really over. If you're this big and you're always quote unquote, releasing services and doing things and dominating a market, you're always going to be under scrutiny like this.
When Google sits around the house, it sits around
That's right.
the house.
That's right.
So there are two antitrust trials. You are correct. One of them wrapped up, and Google was found to be guilty on one count. It wasn't a civil trial, so it's not exactly guilty like, a criminal trial. But they were found that they abused their market position in the placement of search ads by essentially, I'm going to way oversimplify, because they paid so much to be the default search in lots of places, not just Apple. That was the most famous one people talked about, but Samsung. They drove out the ability for there to be competitive text ads in search. So that's going to be what's confusing. Because there's another antitrust trial that just kicked off Monday about Google's ad tech. So the first one was about search and placement of text ads in search. And the judge said, well, Google has effectively created a situation where there isn't much competition for search. And therefore, when it, places text ads on its search, it's got a monopoly position and it abused that position. And so the judge has said, I will decide what the remedy for this will be next August.
Oh, man.
And so we're going to wait till next August to find out what the judge thinks should happen. Should Google be forced to spin something out? Change something in the way it does things. The Department of Justice has argued that yes, it should be forced to spin something out. Judge may disagree. Judge may just say they can't have exclusive search contracts anymore. That's what a lot of people think he'll do. But we won't find out till next August, and then Google will immediately probably appeal. So that is the one that you thought was done, which it is done, but you get to appeal, right?
Yeah.
And some people are like, this is awful. Like, well, if you were brought into court and you lost your case and you thought it was a mistake, you'd want to be able to appeal. So I think it would be bad to not let anyone appeal just because you don't like them. So they get to appeal. It takes a long time to work through these things. Nothing's going to happen to Google for a couple of years in that case. This is a separate case about Google's ad technology. And I think a lot of people forget this, but you think about Google and advertising, you think, oh yeah, advertising on search, advertising on Google's products. But Google bought DoubleClick years and years ago. And so they operate an entire ad technology system. This includes pretty much everything in the advertising business, not just the ability to bid on placing ads on Google products, but ad exchanges where you can go and say, well, I just want to bid to place my ad anywhere out there. I want to reach 25 to 54-year-old females, put my ad anywhere out there. Exchanges do that, and Google operates one of those. So those can end up with ads not just on Google, but Google takes a cut as they go. And technology for running your own website and saying, you know what, we want to manage our ads. We want to offer people the ability to come to us. We want exchanges to be able to tie into our system. We want to sell the ad space directly, but we need technology to run that. Google also provides that kind of technology. And again, I'm sort of oversimplifying. So if you're in the ad business and you're like, well, that's not exactly right. Trust me, I know, but I'm trying to keep it understandable for folks. And that is what this trial is about now, which is Google abusing its position of offering all of the ad tools, at least online. Google's defense is, yeah, but we're just doing that for display advertising on the web. We are not dominant in app store advertising. Apple offers their own app store ads, and the fact of the matter is, they do. But Google also offers a lot of ads in apps. A lot of those ads when you're in an app come through Google products. They also say, we don't place the ads on Facebook. We don't place the ads on Amazon. We don't place the ads on X. So they're trying to say, we may be dominant in a sector where we're not dominant in the entire marketplace. And so right now the trial's going on and you got people coming up and doing testimony, and this is where you get all the dramatic things. A former News Corp employee, Stephanie Laser, is who I was just reading about right now, said that they felt like a hostage when they were using these Google ad tools. And she described a situation where it's a little wonky, but you have multiple ad exchanges, right? And when you're accepting ads through them, you can have a floor to say, we won't accept any price under this. And you might experiment a little and say, you know what, we want a higher floor in Google's ad exchange because there's more competition there. Maybe we can get a higher price, but we'll have a lower floor over in this other ad exchange that has a little less usage. Google in 2019 put in place a rule that said, if you're using any of our ad tech, you can't put a higher floor in our ad exchange. And in fact, News Corp was using Google's ad manager. It was called something else at the time, but they were using their ad manager to manage the ads that were placed on News Corp sites. So they were prohibited from experimenting that way. And they say that's why they felt like a hostage. Apologies to hostages, because that's probably not at all what hostages actually feel.
No, it's like, people that talk like it was like being in prison. Really?
Yeah.
Was it like being in prison? Really?
Probably not.
So I always wonder about the Alphabet bit when almost said Blizzard, when Google split themselves up into these entities and put them under the umbrella corporation that is Alphabet. Was that to stave off some of this, and did Did it work? Are there like 50 cases that never went anywhere because they voluntarily moved things around?
No, because that's all still one company.
Right.
I think what that did was made it easier to distinguish how well Google was doing from the other experiments that it was operating, like Waymo or I think it's called Verity, the health thing. It allowed them to try stuff out without it making investors lose confidence, right? So if you lose a bunch of money on those other bets, as Alphabet calls them, you can still have a balance sheet that's like, yeah, but Google's doing great. Don't worry about that. This is funny money. We're playing around. One of these bets is going to take off. Like Waymo actually is starting to show some signs that it might be a viable business. But don't worry, Google's doing strong. That's why they did Alphabet. It doesn't really have many antitrust implications. It could have negative antitrust implications. In other words, Alphabet could be sued for antitrust because it operates so many different kinds of businesses. I don't think it will because the businesses are fairly different.
Yeah, there's a lot of diversity there, but they're all. What's funny is all the side businesses, the bets are all running on this Google ad platforms, pretty much for the most part. So like,
or using Google or using Android or something. Yeah, Google's version of Android, etc.
Interesting. Yeah. Well, we'll talk more about it today. I find that stuff super fascinating, just because takes so long. Like it almost feels like,
I know it's a little wonky, and maybe some people are like, just a bunch of billionaires fighting with billionaires kind of stuff. But you're going to hear a headline, and hopefully this will help you go like, oh, that's what that's about, and not be confused.
Yep. And today I'm going to be talking about whether that PlayStation 5 Pro is worth the money or not. Spoiler, it might not be. All right.
Wow. Have you been joined in that sentiment by so many people out there? I saw an interesting analysis from somebody from Blizzard, formerly from Blizzard, who was like, nobody's competing with them. So that's why they could charge that. Mike Ibarra said that. He's like, of course they can charge $700. Who else is doing this?
Yeah, they have this mid-generation bump thing was considered kind of a failure in the last one. So the fact that they're doing it at all is both interesting to talk about and also a little worrying. And also, I'm not going to get into it's not going to be fanboy, this is too expensive today. It's going to be, here's what you're actually getting for the upgrade. If you've got a PS5, should you get it? I mean, we're going to answer some of those questions. So watch for that. Today's Wednesday edition of the Daily Tech News Show, 2 p.m. Mountain Time. Tom Merritt, tell us about your book. We're nearing a crescendo moment on your book thing.
Yes, by all means, jump in right now. Please buy the book. I really need to just get it over the end line. It's gonna happen, but you can make me rest a little easier at night if you would go pre-order it right now. If you have any interest. If you don't have any interest, I'm not trying to force you, but go to tomsnewbook.com and help me out. Help me sleep better.
Yeah,
exactly.
Let Tom get a good night's sleep for
once sake. The puppy's sleeping all the way through the night. This is the only thing keeping me up now.
That's right. Go get it. It's synced. It's awesome. Understand technology to make it work for you. What else you want in your life? All right, go get it. Grab it. Get it while it's hot. Tom Merritt, have a fantastic day. We'll see you a little later on the Daily Tech News Show. Bye now.
Bye.
And how do I hang up on it?
Are you saying 67% more compute units is not worth the $700 price tag, Scott? 67% more compute units.
I'm going to say no. I'm going to say it's not worth $700.
But the compute units.
I've also seen some pretty good side-by-sides of like existing games that are supposed to be improved between the two. It's really hard to tell the difference.
It's really, really, really close.
Yeah. Like last time. And also now you have a lowest common denominator to develop for because most of your user base will have the PS5, not this one. So they're going to have to make games for those people, and they're not going to max them out for these others. This fewer player base, it's just always bad. The mid thing bump thing, it was bad when Microsoft did. It's bad when Sony does it. It's just dumb.
Sony, exactly. Yeah,
it's just
PS3
dumb.
PS3 Pro, PS4 Pro, all those. Yeah.
Yeah, they'll get around to, a new console at some point. I just wait for that.
Yeah.
All right, that's it for Tom Merritt. We're now going to bring in the crew for the Recmentals segment.
Been a while since we've had them both together on the show at the same time.
That's true. It has been a bit. Why can't I find one of them? There she is. Okay. There's a lot of nicks in my Discord, so I have to go way past all these nicks.
Many nicks.
Yeah.
Sunbun, I keep hearing about how Astrobot is one of the best games Sony's ever developed, and I'm really curious about it.
Yeah, it's supposed to be really good. If you like the 3D Marios in particular, it's very much in that vein.
Really? Okay.
Plays like that kind of game. All right, we are getting ready here. Where's the thing? I can't find it. There we go.
Well, what do you recommend?
All right, everybody, time to talk about Recmentals, things we've seen on streaming services that we, a crew of 4, think you might enjoy. All right, let's start with welcoming to the show the one, the only Nicole Spag. Hi, Nicole.
Hi. So I have to tell you something very, very cute.
Do it.
About Ava. So you were talking about PS5 and what she calls the PS5 is a PBS5. She goes, "Can I play the PBS5?"
The PBS5. I like that. Yeah.
Public broadcasting station.
Horrible thing.
On Channel
PBS5.
That's great. Now you'll have a thing you can always call it. So even when it's like the PS9, you can call it the PBS9.
That's right.
Yeah.
A PBS5.
Yeah.
I don't know where. I mean, I guess, you know, I'm sure it's because she's watched a lot of PBS in her lifetime.
That's great. That means you're a good parent. I like PBS.
Aw.
Also with us, another fine parent among us. It's Randy Jordan. Hi, Randy.
Good morning stream. Hi, Scott, Brian, Nicole. I'm a Scorpio, and I'm such a Scorpio that I've been told by people that they don't want to have anything to do with me because because like my astrological sign tells them everything they need to know.
Really?
I'm a Taurus. Apparently I'm stubborn, which is kind of
I'm a Cancer, which just makes people think of cancer, so I don't like it. I don't like it.
Well, makes me think of crabs.
Yeah.
I'm a Leo, so I just make a lot of noise at the beginning of movies.
There you go.
There you go.
I knew this.
Thank you all for participating.
This is great. We're all
with a bad moon rising.
That's right. We're all astrology fans now. Well, that's great. It's good to have you both here. We're going to dive right in, give Brian the mic, and find out what he watched this week. Brian, what's up?
Cool. I watched an animated series, Scott and Randy and Nicole, well, Scott asked me, so I was responding to him.
Sure.
That doesn't have anything to do with the MCU for a change. What? You'll probably be able to figure it out from this clip.
All right, here we go.
3 explosions in 2 weeks. All 3 buildings can be traced to shadow companies operated by Rupert Thorne.
The police ruled the first explosion a gas leak. The second, an accidental electrical fire.
Someone's declared war on Thorne, but they're covering their tracks, being smart about it.
That would suggest there's a crime boss we don't know about. One who's bold enough to take on Rupert Thorne. But if that's the case, we could be looking at
an all-out gang war on the streets of Gotham.
Good Lord.
I need to find out who's behind these explosions, and I know where to start looking for them.
Police headquarters? You think someone inside the department is covering up these explosions?
It's Gotham, Pennyworth. Does the corruption really surprise you?
Wow, calling him Pennyworth. He sounds like a karate teacher from, I can't think of the stupid thing, from Napoleon Dynamite. That's who that sounds like. Anyway.
Oh, interesting, because that guy is also in this.
Yeah, it's Dietrich Bader.
It's not Dietrich Bader.
Oh, it's not? That's not Dietrich Bader? Oh, I thought it was him.
Dietrich Bader is Two-Face in this. Your Batman is your Hamish Linklater from that Robin Williams sitcom, The Crazy Ones. He was in Legion, constantly chasing after
Midnight Mass.
Legion. Midnight Mass, of course. Yeah, Midnight Mass. A guy you look at and say, well, that guy's never going to play Batman, but here he is doing the voice of Batman in Batman Caped Crusader. Shitoutofluck.com. This is a brand new animated series on Amazon Prime. Brand new, but man, they've been working on this for quite a while. They announced it back in 2021. Bruce Timm came back for this to develop this and work with J.J. Abrams and Bad Robot Productions to bring it out. And this one has way more of a focus on the film noir, the kind of the Batman noir kind of stories. So more of a detective focus than a capes and cowls kind of beat 'em up kind of focus. 1940s, think 1940s, 50s, 60s Batman kind of stuff. What's great about this too is that it doesn't start with the origin. We don't need it anymore, right? We've got it. This kind of starts at the point where Gotham is aware of Batman. Like they've seen and he's almost mythological still as a vigilante in Gotham. There's no relationship with Commissioner Gordon or anybody like that yet. It's kind of like Batman he's got the costume. He's gone out a few times and fought some crimes, but he hasn't gone much further than that. So it's still very early on.
Brian, here's the real question. Have you printed 3D printed a Batman mask for your cat?
Oh my God. No, because I like my cat.
Meow, meow. Meow, meow, meow.
And I'd like my cat to like me.
Yeah, it feels like the cat would not enjoy that for some reason. I don't know why.
Salem might wear.
I'm gonna do it.
You're gonna do
totally
it.
Gonna make one for Oreo.
Yeah, screw your cat. Screw Oreo. Get that.
Are you gonna put a hole? You're gonna put holes for the ears, right? Or are you gonna give it?
Yeah. Have you not seen the meme?
I've not seen the meme.
I have to send you the meme. So the guy puts
the meme.
It has holes for the ears. So the cat's just chilling out, and he's like meow 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 meow, and then he puts the helmet on, and the cat kind of looks down and looks up. He goes meow 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 meow.
That's great.
That's pretty great.
Definitely send me the meme.
Hey, I knew I wasn't going crazy. He played Batman and Harley Quinn. That's what I was thinking of. Dietrich Bader is
that's
Batman.
where Dietrich Bader did it?
Yeah. And I thought he was really good in it. And they sound a lot alike, those two guys. You could swap them between each other, I think, a little bit.
You know, maybe when they're doing the Batman voice, but boy, when you've got Batman versus Harvey Dent in this one, it sounds like you're Dietrich Bader all over the place. The lot of great voices in this thing. I almost played some of the Penguin, who in this case is played by Minnie Driver, because yes, they changed the gender of the Penguin. You get a lot of interesting character voice changes that I think are great, that work really well in this. There it is right there. There's the there's the meme.
Sorry.
Thank you, Nicole. That's all right. That's all right. I'll look at it after the show. Who else do you have? You got John DiMaggio as Harvey Bullock. You've got Jamie Chung.
Did you say John DiMaggio?
I did say John DiMaggio.
Yeah, that guy.
Bender. Bender. He plays Bender. He plays the dog.
Joe DiMaggio.
Yeah, I did not say the baseball player Joe DiMaggio. Jamie Chung as your Harley Quinn. Tom Kenny as Firebug. Gray Delisle as Lois Lane. Let's see who else.
Did you say there's no Commissioner Gordon in this one? Or
there is a Commissioner Gordon, but they don't have their relationship in this. Like he's still very early on, in his vigilante career. This Batman.
So he's got no trust from Gordon yet or any of that.
Exactly. Yeah. And the way they're moving this, it may not be Commissioner Gordon that he has his relationship with.
Oh, could be a different person altogether.
Maybe even a different Gordon even. I don't know. There you go. So it's called Batman Cape Crusader. It is on Amazon Prime. 10 episodes. They're great. Really. God, what a great.
And they're all available.
They're all available.
Put them all out.
Cool. I don't know if they put them all out right away, but they premiered on at the beginning of August, and they've gotten them all out, whether or not they all came out at the same time.
Yeah.
Something I was worried about with Merry Little Batman was that we had reached a point where all Batman stories that were animated were going to have some weird aspect to them, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And so it sounds like this is back to sort of the center line for.
Oh yeah, and it's Bruce Timm. They brought Bruce Timm back.
Comics.
Yeah.
So this one follows like kind of the more detective comics than the Batman style. Comics.
Yeah, way more like the '90s series, wouldn't you say? Like just that.
Very
vibe.
much so. Yeah. From what I've seen, I haven't seen a lot of the '90s series, but what I saw, I liked. First thing you'll notice is that the Batman's ears way bigger than the '90s animated series Batman ears. He's got big old floppy ears.
Yeah, the kind from like the '40s serials he used to do.
Exactly. Yeah.
Bruce Timm's a genius, so having him back is a huge thing, and I think it's great. It's a little weird that Prime's running this and it's not Max or Warner Brothers.
It's really surprising. Yeah. Because I mean, you'd think you could, watch an episode of Kite Man, Hell Yeah, and then move on to Batman Cape Crusader right after it. And No, you have to go to a completely different place.
Yeah, it's weird. I guess that Christmas one was also on Prime, so maybe they got some kind of Batman deal going. I don't know.
Oh, maybe.
A Batman bundle.
The Batman bundle.
The Bat Bundle.
I like that.
Batman Cape Crusader is the name of the show, and Amazon Prime is where you'll find it.
Nicole, let's dive over to your side of the planet and find out what you watch, because it sounds... I'm really on the fence on this, so you're going to either push me over or hold me back.
It's been a very long time since I have binged a show, and I could not stop watching this show.
Jeez.
It
High praise.
is so good. I love it. I love it. Roll a clip, and we'll talk about it. It's on Netflix.
Here you go.
Okay. Ring. Wow, nobody home? What is this? Hi, Athena. Hey, it's Pop. Do you want to do some work? Some myth making? Hello, Apollo. It's Dad. Hello, Aphrodite. It's Daddy, Artemis. This is Papuza. There? Are they listening to these messages? You know, the Papuza. Hermes, pick up the phone.
All right, what is Jeff Goldblum up to? What's going on there?
So Jeff Goldblum plays
Blowgloom.
Blowgloom. He plays Zeus, and this is a show on Netflix called Chaos. Kaos. And I love Greek mythology. I think it probably stems back to watching Storyteller, the Jim Henson. I just loved it so much. I love the stories. I love the weaving of all of these gods and how people worship them, and it's just fascinating to me. So this is a modernization of those stories and the characters in those stories. So you have Zeus, you have Athena. Actually, Athena didn't show up. It's his wife is Hera. That's right. Yeah. So you have his wife, who's also a sister. And you have the gods in Olympus, and then you also have Poseidon, and you have Dionysus, who he's a main character in this story because everyone gets a prophecy. And whether you're a human on Earth, or in the case of Zeus, he used to be human. And so you're getting these kind of, it's very violent. It's very violent.
Really?
I'll warn you. Yes.
I thought it sounded like it was supposed to be a comedy or something, but no, eh?
Yeah. Well, it is. It's a dark comedy. It is. I just loved how many twists and turns, and even though I know most of the stories, it was just a fun telling of it, because this is the story of the downfall of Zeus.
Tell me about David Thewlis as Hades. Is it as great as that
Talk about
implies?
Perfect casting.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So this is what's interesting. So if you ever played God of War, you get the idea in that kind of realm that these gods are super powerful and blah, and Hades, he's kind of meek. He's kind of, not. He is powerful. All these gods are powerful, but the way that they tell a story and what's happening with the humans and trying, when you die, where you go kind of thing. Mm-hmm. And there's a big conspiracy. There's a big mystery. I don't want to ruin the show because it's so good. And even though if you study Greek mythology, I think this is just, it's a fun telling, and how they bring in those old stories. So you also have the Minotaur. So that was a story I remember on the Storyteller show, Jim Henson Storyteller show, with the Minotaur. Mm-hmm. And so because they've modernized it, they have taken that concept, and there's a lot of political unrest and worshiping the gods, and what happens to blasphemers, and I don't know. Just there's also Medusa. She's in there. It's just she works. She's an
Debbie
office.
Mazer.
She's
Crazy.
like an office manager.
So that's perfect. So is it like I feel like it's American Gods adjacent? Am I wrong in feeling that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. But not. It's sort of our world, but definitely not our world.
Okay.
So it's really good. I hope it gets a second season. Unlike Dead Boys Detectives Agency. Screw you, Netflix.
There's so many people who like. I still see stuff online like that.
God, so
Netflix,
mad.
you did Dead Boys dirty.
You
what
did.
I see. Yeah.
That's I wrote that out because I'm kind of. It's only one season of chaos. It's clearly set up for a second season.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
you just need to make sure enough people see it, because if enough people see it, they make more seasons. But if they don't, they don't. So
you know what?
Yeah, I feel like
when I first heard about this, I was like, no more Greek stuff for a while.
Oh,
like between Crapopolis and hundreds of hours of Percy Jackson stuff that's out there right now, like I'm all Greek godded out. And then you play this clip of Jeff Goldblum. I'm like, oh, I'm so in. This is perfect.
That sounds awesome. Yeah.
I very much want to watch this. Cliff Curtis is Poseidon. Are you kidding me?
Yep. That's
great.
And so you get to see his relationship with and of course it's the gods, so they're scheming, they're plotting, and there's weird things with relatives, and the whole point of this is this prophecy of the family falling. And you have also Prometheus, who is hung up on the rock where the raven or whatever is eating his liver every day.
Right.
So
it's a real bummer for him. Yeah.
You don't have Kratos to save Prometheus this time from the but he's the kind of the storyteller, the narrator of what's happening. You get the feeling he's orchestrating this, and he's talking to you throughout this to kind of say, these people don't know what's in play. These are the pawns, and this is what's happening.
Oh, it's Stephen Delane. He plays freaking dude. That's Stannis Baratheon. I love that actor.
Oh, is it Stannis?
Yes.
I thought I recognized him.
I love that guy. Okay. Well, now I'm the cast alone. I'm all in on this shit. This looks great.
I totally forgot. Did any of you watch Freak Show, American Horror Story, Freak Show?
No.
Yes, that season I did watch.
So the actor that had the arms, the deformed arms.
Oh yeah.
I haven't seen him since that show. He's in this.
No way.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
It's all the Greek names are hard for me to say. Dalisius. I don't know. But he plays
Daedalus.
Yeah, he plays. He's a human, and he is the president.
From the Minotaur situation.
Yes, he's in the Minotaur story.
Yeah, the Labyrinthian Icarus.
Yeah.
Man. I'm all in on this. I'm going to watch the hell out of this. I might binge it this weekend. If Kim's still sick and stuff, what else am I going to do?
Yeah.
I'm going to watch this.
Yeah, you can't do anything else.
No, you can't do anything.
Milk, right, and whatnot. Yeah, he was great in Loudermilk.
And you have a whole storyline with the Amazons. And there is a transactor in this story, and it plays into the whole story of I don't want to give it all away, but it's beautifully told, and there's a love story and the Amazon women and why they send the men out of their camp.
Yeah.
So
interesting.
There's a lot of layers to this story and a lot of kind of pieces to kind of keep track of, but it's well worth the watch. It's great.
It's reviewing really well too. People like it a lot.
Should. Oh, I hope it has a second season.
Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah, I'm gonna watch this one for sure. This looks awesome. Great pick. Again, that is Chaos with a K on Netflix. And Randy, we swing the mic in your direction for your pick this week. What do you got?
I got years now of people saying there are no fun action movies that aren't superheroes. Years of people saying this, like, hey, I'm a little tired of the superheroes, right? Like, we need to get back to people making fun action movies just for the fun of it.
The Gentleman series was really good.
I love that series.
And
it's great.
And the return to form for the entire genre. This this movie.
Oh,
right
wow.
now.
All right.
Wow.
Heard
Lofty.
it. Yeah, lofty goals. Let's see if it reaches them.
He has fallen in with some shady people. We'll kill.
Call the cops.
We can't call the cops.
Why not?
The studio will know that I am way over budget. They will pull the plug on this. You know that. Please go and find him.
Why me?
You're a stuntman, for God's sake. No one's going to notice whether you're here or not. No offense.
I mean, some taken.
Poor guy.
Rebecca.
That sounded like Colt Seavers to me talking there.
Yeah, it was Colt Seavers. And this is the Fall Guy, the new movie from the man who brought you the first two Deadpool movies, and boy, is there a lot in common here with the first two Deadpool movies. But this version also reaches back into some other things. Like watching this this extended version, which is the whole recommendation here. Like, even if you went and saw it at the movies, you need to get onto Peacock and watch the extended version, because it's just it's such a complete movie. There's so much exposition and like lots of things that are given time to breathe in the extended version.
Both versions on Peacock, or just the, like, I'm not going to accidentally find the regular theatrical version?
Yeah, I think you're only getting the extended version.
Good.
Yeah.
All right, I don't want to do a whole lot of searching.
But like our director here is David Leitch, and throughout this movie I kept thinking of Tropic Thunder and what Tropic Thunder would have been like if it was basically a rom-com. And that's what you get here with Fall Guy, which is like everything I've been asking for, you know, like I say, you get a lot of this kind of thing from superhero movies, and that's great. But superheroes have superpowers, and sometimes you just want to see people, you know, doing great things that are human, you know?
Does $6 Million Man, what's his name, Lee Majors, show up? Does he come in there at some point?
He has a cameo in the credits.
Oh, really? Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, I was wondering until you said Colt Seaver if this thing was connected to the TV show. So it is.
It's like reimagining though, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And it's
inspired
a reimagining
by or whatever. Yeah.
It's a reimagining of like part one of the TV series. Like,
okay.
I'm not saying that this movie is begging for a sequel. It probably won't get a sequel. This is a big damned movie. It would take a lot for there to be a sequel. But it's a love letter to stunt and stunt film in general, and like there's just a lot to love in this movie. There's so many great set pieces, so many fights and car chases and explosions, and you get to see Ryan Gosling, who has somehow gotten into some conflict with Emily Blunt, and she keeps setting him on fire and throwing him against a rock over and over and over. And it's just like the extent, I'm not certain, because I don't have them both to compare, but I'm pretty sure in the extended edition you get to see him get set on fire and thrown into a rock extra times.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
Wonderful.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. That's what I signed up for. I'm in.
So this sounds like a Brian movie, no problem. But is Tina gonna like it? Did Sam watch it with you?
Yes, I think Tina would love it.
Cool.
I really do.
Okay.
It is.
Kim saw it and loved it. She saw it with a group of girls. They all loved it. I think
Cool.
it feels like a feel good everybody kind of movie. It's just a bummer it tanked so hard in the theater. It just didn't do well. It's like the second biggest flop of the year or something like that compared to budget, whatever it was.
I would think Horizon needs to be on that list, and
yeah, there's been some stuff since.
Furiosa, it was like underperformed, but like I think we're in a year where we're just resetting expectations across the board.
Yeah,
like there are perfectly good movies that you are going to love that are not going to do well at the box office from now on. You have to see through that.
Yeah, I think you're right. There's a bit of a reset going on. And then the one freaking Tights and Cows movie that comes out ends up cleaning house on all of them. So it's kind of frustrating. I mean, I love Wolverine and Deadpool. It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's just like, it's the only way we make money anymore. I don't get it.
There are so many characters to love in this movie. You heard Hannah Waddingham. She is a guileful producer of movies. you didn't hear, and you might not even know that the person that Ryan Gosling is a stuntman for is Aaron Taylor Johnson / Quicksilver. And Aaron Taylor Johnson looks so much like Ryan Gosling in this movie that it's never stops being funny. It's just funny.
He's not Quicksilver, is he? I thought he was Kick-Ass. Is he Quicksilver?
He's Quicksilver, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, the other one.
The Age of Ultron one, not the
non-mutant one, right?
Right, exactly. Yeah. Yes, not the time in a bottle Quicksilver.
Quicksilver is Aaron Taylor Johnson. And he's just so freaking good. His role is chew scenery, and he does it so well. And by the way, the scenery in this movie, the cinematography, the music, the sound effects, and especially the wardrobe, the costumes in this film are the best you could hope for. It's amazing. I just want to I want to have an animated background of Ryan Gosling in his various costumes in this movie. Like, it is so freaking entertaining.
Very nice. I want to see it. I haven't yet. Everybody in the house but me. This is David Leitch did Bullet Train, and I have nothing but love for Bullet Train. So sign me up. I'm all in.
Yeah. Have you recommended that already?
I think it was either me or someone did here, but
I saw it in theaters, and I can't remember if I recommended it when it came to streaming. I think you did, Scott.
I think I might have. Yeah.
Is that the one with Brad Pitt?
Yeah.
I didn't like it.
It's a divisive movie. Some people didn't like it. I really liked it.
I watched.
Nicole, did you watch Hobbs and Shaw?
No.
Okay.
What's that?
It's a Fast and Furious spinoff.
I think it tells you everything you need to know.
Not really into that. Not really into that.
Yeah. Similar stuff. I think about Bullet Train is, I don't know how to describe Bullet Train. I really liked it though. I don't know why.
I did too.
Yeah.
It felt like the connective tissue between kind of the Guy Ritchie gangstery shooting quick films, stuff going on really quick, and the fun action films of the 90s.
Yeah.
Like it's
funny. I'm finding myself, I used to not stop watching a movie if I didn't like it. I would just watch it. I find myself stopping watching movies a lot. In my older age.
You start a movie and then just walk away from it.
And I go, I'm not really into
this. If you're not, I don't think, you know what? I think that's actually a healthy thing to do. I do it with documentaries. If the documentary isn't doing good documentaryism in the first 5-10 minutes, I'm like, well, I'm not, I have other things I can watch. Goodbye. There's nothing wrong with that.
I tend to give, when I sit down with something, I'll give it like 30 minutes or so. But if I find myself drifting and I'm like, I don't know, I'm having a hard time with this one.
I wish I could do that more. I feel like there's so many things that I'm tempted to do that with, and then I stick it out. And maybe, I'll finish a season of a multi-season show, and it's like, I'm not sure I'm enjoying this, but I'll finish the season out. And it's like, why didn't I just stop with episode 3?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not vibing with it. So I think I just need to cut my losses and do something else.
We gave up on Mrs. Maisel with like 4 episodes left in the final season.
Oh my God.
I know. That was we were that close to the finish line, and we're like, God, do you care anymore? And I'm like, no, I don't think I do, Tina. And we just, I guess it was more like, do you care anymore?
That's a reverse commitment. It
is. Like, we committed for so long, and we felt like, this feels like she's reconciled with, we're not going to say who, spoiler, more than 2 weeks, come on, and this got resolved and this other thing got resolved. I think I'm good. Do you care anymore? Nope.
Yeah.
That's funny.
I think movies are a lot easier to walk away from than TV series. Like, at some point, when you've gone a long way into a TV series, you kind of have to finish it. But with movies, they get about 20 minutes,
Yeah. Unfortunately, the only movies that I want to walk out of are ones we have to watch for Film Sack.
Exactly. That's So speaking of Film Sack and this director and his other movies, I have put Atomic Blonde on our watch list.
Oh, yeah. We should do that. That's a movie I did not like. I actually kind of actively didn't like it. And so I want to see it again with you guys.
She got hurt in that one, too, from what I heard.
Oh, did she? I didn't hear that.
Yeah.
I liked. I like all those actors. I like everything about it.
I thought I remember you liking that one. I'm probably thinking of a different one of that style, like Lucy or something like that.
Yeah, highly disliked it.
You did like Atomic Blonde.
I don't know why. We'll dissect it on Film Sack at some point.
I haven't seen it, and I know Brian Dunaway hasn't seen it, and the point of Film Sack is to ask the question, was that any good? So let's do it.
Yeah, for sure.
We should put that on there. It's a good one. All right, let's go serious for a second and swing over to Netflix for a little thing I found seemed to be rising very quickly in the rankings over there, their top 10 rankings. Direct to Netflix movie by a director I really like. So I thought, let's get in. Let's see what this is about. Here's my clip and I'll talk about it.
It's a lot of cash you got on you.
It's not illegal.
Well, drug currency is illegal.
Well, it's a good thing it's not that.
You delivering it?
Yes.
Somebody else?
No, for my cousin, but it's mine. I'm posting his bail.
You going to town hall?
Courthouse.
Same building.
Okay, listen. I need to be there before 5. What can I do?
That's over $30,000. What your cousin in for?
10 is for bail, and the rest, we're gonna buy a truck and haul boats. I'm not a criminal.
Your cousin is. You didn't answer the question. What's he in for?
Possession.
All right. That's a low stakes clip because I don't want to give anything away for my favorite direct to Netflix movie of the year so far, Rebel Ridge. Sorry, cleared the throat there. The movie's called Rebel Ridge. It stars a dude named Aaron Pierre. I had not heard of him until now. He is this African-American. Actually, I think he's from Britain. Anyway, big, beefy actor dude who is, I guarantee you, this is going to be a star-making performance. He is going to go on to be freaking ginormous. I'm just sure of it. So just watch that guy. Stars on the rise. Don Johnson plays a bad guy, and I love Don Johnson as a bad guy. Always good.
Yeah.
Whether it's freaking Django,
Knives Out. Yeah.
Knives Out. It doesn't matter. He is always so skeevy at this age. I love it. Love it. And he's fantastic in this. Just chewing scenery. A bunch of other actors that you know from other stuff, like David Denham. He plays the cop you were hearing in that clip. Couple other people you may know. There's this young actress who's just really getting going named Anna Sophia Robb. She plays a character named Summer McBride in this. She's also very good.
Violet Beauregard in the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory by Tim Burton.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, but I would not she's from Denver apparently. Yeah. Did not know any of this stuff until you mentioned her name.
So this is set in a setting that I love, which is the South. I love backwoods Louisiana, deep South sort of stories. Where it feels like maybe the law is a little less around or more crooked. You can kind of tell noir stories in a place like that. And I always enjoy those. It's like Justified or anything else. I just love stuff set in the South. And it's basically like a new version of First Blood in some ways. He plays a veteran who's really just trying to bail his cousin out and start this business. Like what he said at the beginning there is exactly what he was trying to do, but these cops knock him off his bike and treat him like crap. So there's a little bit of like a underlying social issue going on where there's still systemic racism built into like a lot of the systems down there. Certainly cops are not immune from it, but there's a much deeper conspiracy going on here. And it turns out he was doing stuff for the military that none of these people wanted to mess with. They just didn't know, because it looks on his record like, oh yeah, he was in the military, we never saw any combat. He didn't go overseas. I guess he's no big deal. We can just stomp on him. Who cares? Turns out that is not what he was doing. He was being specially trained in some very hardcore, very secret combat stuff. And so he is freaking kick-ass. So We're talking like John Wick mixed in with a little bit of First Blood, Rambo mixed in with a little bit of like modern day systemic racism issues. Lots of great action. This is directed by Jeremy Saulnier. He's kind of up and coming as well. You know him from some True Detective episodes. He did that movie Green Room, which is fantastic, from 2015, if you've ever seen it. Yeah. Blue Ruin, amazing movie too. He's really, really great. I've enjoyed everything he's ever done. This thing really, really got me, and I loved it. Cool. It's called Rebel Ridge, which I'm not even sure why it's called that. There's nothing in there called Rebel. I didn't hear anything in the dialogue that said anything about a place called Rebel Ridge or anything like that. So I don't know why it's there, but it's in this fictitious town. They made up the name of a town in Louisiana, deep South, big issues, super fun. The action's really great, and his acting sells it so hard. This Aaron Pierre guy, just keep your eye on that dude, man. telling you. He's carrying the flag up the hill for new actors. He's fan-freaking-tastic. Anyway, Rebel Ridge, really good.
And Dakota Johnson's dad is subtle or just flat-out bad guy?
He's a mix. It's so subtle, I guess, is the answer. But it's pretty clear early on which side of the fence he's on. And he's so good at it, dude. I cannot think of better casting, honestly. And in fact, you know what? If y'all need to make any movies where you got kind of a bastard older redneck guy running shit, just call Don Johnson. He's fantastic at it. He's so good.
Since Django Unchained, he's getting a little typecast for me.
Maybe a little bit. I mean, he was even kind of like this in the Watchmen series a little bit.
Yeah.
Although it took longer to get to his bad side in that. Sorry, it's not really spoiler, but you know.
It's been out long enough.
But he's just very good at it, and I think he's just maybe having a moment. I'd watch him do whatever. I've always liked Don Johnson, but I just love him in this. He's fantastic. So check it out. Available now. It's, I think, #1 in movies right now.
Yeah, I'm so glad for Netflix because they've had some stinkers hit #1 all summer.
Yeah, some real bummers. This is not that. This is fantastic, and I would watch it again like soon. It's that kind of movie where I enjoyed it so much. I can't wait to watch it again. It was very, very good.
Very cool.
That is available on Netflix, and all of these things that we've been talking about are available up on quicktms.li because Brian has put them there. So if you are confused or don't remember one, get up there and check it out.
Links, and photos, and all that stuff.
Yeah. Nicole, are you doing anything cool this week? Wood Whisper, anything going on?
Yeah, so Mark and I started up our woodworking morning show again. And every Friday at 10 a.m. Central, we go live on YouTube.
Nice.
Nice.
Fun. What do you guys do? Just talk woodworking and I don't know.
Woodworking, answer a bunch of questions.
The morning wood was taken?
Because it's so obvious to not. You don't want to do what's obvious. No. You don't want to do what's obvious.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we just hang out and talk to people. And yeah, you would think it would be a little boring, but it's actually quite fun.
Oh, I'm sure it's great.
I wouldn't think it would be boring at all. That's awesome.
Well, if you're not into woodworking, but we get all types of people that come and hang out with us. So
that's great. Check it out. Fridays, you said 10 a.m. What time? Eastern?
Central.
Okay.
So it would be Eastern. It was 11 o'clock Eastern.
So check that out. Yep. Randy, this week, Film Sack, what are we doing? What's going on?
Darkman.
The Darkman.
That's right, the Darkman. We're going to get a little more Liam Neeson in our life, get a little Sam Raimi going. And
the Darkman Rises.
I'm excited. I am too.
I
think I love that movie. It has been so long that I'm not sure.
No, I have no idea.
You know? Have you never seen it? You haven't seen this movie, Randy?
I've seen it. I saw it one time, but I don't remember.
You just can't remember if you liked it or not.
Yeah. Well, we'll find out.
I have to say, it's been that long that I think I like that movie, but it's like the kind of movie where you go, maybe if I should watch it again with my current sense, I might not like it so much.
Yeah, I do that all the time.
Yeah, well, we're going to find out. That's for sure.
It harkens back to when I was in college and there was a TV room in the dorm and the TV had a VCR. And so people would come and go with tapes and they would like record things off HBO and then come back and watch them. And like, I remember watching Darkman.
Nice.
on a TV with a VCR next to it.
Yeah, I love it.
Wow. I just remember all like you tell me Darkman, and basically it's like the way Scott remembers certain movies. All I visualize is the camera zooming in really quickly on Benny from LA Law's face. That's it. That's all I can remember.
Yeah, lots of. I think Raimi still to this day loves doing those zooms. He loves that.
Yes,
stuff.
he does. Yeah.
He's like, you know what? The 70s never ended for him. He's just going to keep doing it.
That's right.
That's great. So watch for that this weekend, filmsack.com. Thank you both for being here. Always a pleasure. Have a good one.
Bye.
Bye now.
Bye.
See you later, Randy. All righty. There's that.
Okay.
We did it.
All
We
right.
got it. We got it. All right. Quick note. There is the day or the Monday show did go up yesterday, so you got it on a Tuesday. So I had somebody ask me this morning, where did that happen? And I'm like, it happened yesterday. So go check that out. I'll be on DTNS today, so that's my usual Wednesday stuff. You got anything you want to mention to folks at home?
No. Today is really just prep for Coverville. I'm thinking tomorrow's episode is going to be a short one featuring the music of Lynyrd Skynyrd, because there are very few Lynyrd Skynyrd covers that just don't sound like somebody trying to sound like Lynyrd Skynyrd. So it's going to be a shorter episode because the following week is Bruce Springsteen, and that one has got some great variety. Like, people all across the musical landscape cover Bruce, and so a very big mix of styles in that one that I want to showcase. So
who do you know is what band would you say is the hardest to cover if you had to pick a band that was like just really hard to cover?
God, that's really good.
Maybe it's them. I don't know, but I was curious.
Lynyrd Skynyrd, no, because I think you can do some really fun stuff with "Gimme 3 Steps" and like a blues style, or even "Sweet Home Alabama" doing that blues. Or there's so many, like, there's the run of acoustic, everybody on YouTube doing acoustic. I think the weirder or more specific a band's style, like the Violent Femmes, I think are tough to Cake, probably another one that's tougher to cover because their sound is so unique. They Might Be Giants. Weird Al Yankovic is a really tough one.
Chat says Primus. Primus is probably really
Primus
hard.
is same reason.
Yeah, good one.
Yeah, but like you try and find They Might Be Giants covers, and they can be. It's hard for people to feel like they can stray away from the quirkiness of the John sound, but still have fun with the lyrics. So
yeah, that makes sense. Well, there you have it. Watch for that tomorrow. We're going to get out of here with some music of Brian's choosing. He's going to do a request, I assume. What do you got?
We are, Jim, I Beat a Bloke, and Robin, the Jensens. We love them. They are just such a great part of the community. Maybe the warmest, nicest people in the whole Frog Pants community.
Yeah, they even gave me COVID 2 years ago, and I still love them. I still love them.
It's the best COVID you ever had.
Oh, it's the best COVID I ever had. Plus, this dude just shows up with a stack of Dr. Pepper cherry cans for no reason. They're just there because he's nice, and they'll be at my doorstep, and it's like, dude, I'll be in zero sodas till the end of my life. Maybe sooner because I drink so many of them, but they're so nice. They're just the nicest people.
You and I, we both and our loved ones get cards from them for birthdays and things like that. And normally I only save the birthday cards from Tina and Tristan. I've got a box of them that I've kept forever. However, their birthday card to me this year is one I'm going to keep forever. It is a record crate with records in it, and like a little miniature record crate, and I freaking love it.
She's
I don't know where
so
I'm gonna put
talented.
it,
She's so good at this.
really
She
is.
makes all these custom cards. Sometimes you open them, and it's like a pop-out book with a million things going on.
Totally, yeah.
Really talented. She's awesome.
So when they wrote in and said, quote, Robin and I are enjoying our 42nd wedding anniversary on 9/11/24. Since 42 is also the answer to the ultimate question of life, the universe, and everything, what better than to celebrate it with this song, 42 by Diplo and Maren Morris, which goes, I'll be sipping on you, sipping on 42. Well, here's the problem, Jim and Robin. I could not find any covers of that song. And the original was just a little too close for popularity to even want to touch for posting on the show. But the 42 thing, the Hitchhiker's Guide, you can't go wrong with that, and that's what I wanted to honor. This is a song by Lee Terrell that was part of the 2021 Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy video game, I believe, but it's such a great cover of the TV Hitchhiker's Guide theme that I had to include it. More of an electronic version. That's great. This is called Don't Panic, main theme, and it is by Lee Terrell. Happy anniversary, you two.
Yeah. Have a great time. And we'll see you guys tomorrow for a Thursday edition of the Morning Stream.
This show is part of the Frog Pants Network. Yes. Get more at frogpants.com.
I'm not here to make a record, you dumb cracker.
You dumb cracker.
Dumb cracker.
Love him.